Welcome
We're
back,
ready.
everyone, to Convention Center. Hopefully, you're enjoying your time and convention so far. In this segment, we're going to meet two more of our graduate students that are working with us here at headquarters. As I've said before, UCA has a long tradition of working with and relying on the work of graduate students. So this is again, this is just another opportunity for you to meet some of the people who have been working behind the scenes to make this convention as smooth and seamless as possible. We have Dasmen Richards, who's a first-year student from Atlanta, Georgia. Lawrence Lewis, who is a third-year student from New York, New York. Dasmen, I'm going to start with you because you're sort of the new kid. And can you tell us a little bit about why you came to MSU?
Yeah, for sure. So it's crazy because around this time last year, I was working on graduate applications, and here I am now, actually doing the work. So the year has definitely fast forwarded like really fast. But what interested me the most at MSU was definitely the faculty. I remember when I was reaching out to various faculty members across the schools I was applying to, Dr. Chambers stood out the most to me. She was just very supportive and super insightful, just about like the entire journey. And then once I was invited to Advance to Adventure in January of this year, where all of the stuff started to happen. I was fortunate enough to get there before all that, because it was very nice. It was different events that we went to and just meeting a lot of the grad students that were in the department that I am in right now. I actually met one of the other UCEA graduate assistants then too. So I'm just being able to meet people that I will probably be working with, later on was very nice for me, and just having that support throughout, even after I was accepted to different schools and stuff. It was just very nice. And just knowing that I have people that I will be able to connect to once I got there. And also having family friends that live in the area, that was like a plus for me too. Even though I'm not there right now, but I know I'll have them later on. So there was a few of the things that stuck out the most for me in terms of like the social aspects. But academic wise, I know that was one of the things I was looking for in an institution, was if there was just one person that I would be willing to work under, that would probably not be the best choice, because I know professors move around. So the department that I'm in, a lot of the professors that are in the faculty, I would have no problem working with. They are doing amazing work, and my research aligns with theirs. So those are some of the reasons why I decided to come to MSU.
That's great. Thanks, Dasmen.
Mm-hmm.
Lawrence, how's it been?
It's been a journey. They always say it's a doctoral journey, and it definitely is. It's not a race, it's a marathon. I think what's been really great is in the third year, seeing myself grow in terms of my research interests, the questions that I'm asking myself and really trying to delve into, and just really having the support from faculty here, in a way to, really delve deep, and at the same time give me the space to do the work that I need to do, and do also the self work and the self kind of critique that's really necessary in order to produce really impactful and really equitable work. So I've been given that space, and I really appreciate that at Michigan State University.
Yeah. Oh, that's great to hear. I think both of you have been working on projects around some of our graduate student initiatives. So maybe Lawrence, you can talk to us about and share some of what you've been doing with the Graduate Student Council.
Yeah, so the Graduate Student Council is really a student-led body, really whose purpose is to increase the presence and really amplify the voice of graduate students in UCEA. So, this is really done, through generating opportunities for grad student development, through through student-led seminars, through webinars, through forums and other workshops. Also, really trying to get the word out when it comes to social media, contributing to the webpage on the UCEA website, and also graduate student columns in the UCEA Review. And what's been really great is just being able to see how passionate people are to get the student voice out and the student perspective, because who's going to know graduate student experience better than graduate students? So I think what's been really great is to work with the Graduate Student Council, is to see how committed they are to really remember that graduate students are not only, important, but that their contributions are actually somewhat something of great value.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of those contributions is actually our graduate student summit. So, Dasmen, tell us how the planning went. Tell us how the whole event went.
Yeah, the Graduate Student Summit, it was a pleasure to be working on such a large project coming in as a first year, and just seeing how graduate students are willing to get the work done and being flexible on top of academic work. So just kind of setting the tone for that later on down the line for me as I go through my doctoral journey. But yeah, it was really nice working with the planning committee. They were just super ambitious and making sure that everything was aligned and just getting everything ready, prepared for the Graduate Student Summit. It was amazing. People were able to get the feedback that they needed, which is super, super like a great opportunity for graduate students who were able to be a part of this graduate student summit because they're getting, that feedback from, faculty in like great in these wonderful like schools of education, right? So I'm sure that's something that a lot of them were very grateful for, and that's maybe something that I'm looking at doing next year too if I have the chance. So I'm looking forward to seeing how I will be, my opportunities as I'm going through my second year as a graduate student at MSU and also being a graduate assistant ed through UCEA.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been hearing some feedback, and I'm sure, and I know it went really, really well. And I know
Mm-hmm.
that's been really challenging this year for the Graduate Student Council and for you both in particular, working with the Graduate Student Council and on the Graduate Student Summit, because we did transition home institutions and we had to go from a face-to-face to a virtual. So you both kind of really just dived right in and said, we're going to make it happen. And it did. And so congrats to
Yeah,
both of you for that.
thank
I
you.
guess sort of my last
Thank you.
question is thinking about, what you hope to get out of working with UCEA, or what you've learned already, maybe either one. I mean, Dasmen, I don't know if you want to start.
Yeah, I'm sure. I guess being a first year, like I said earlier, just being able to be a part of the UCA, especially headquarters being at the school that Lawrence and I are at right now, that's super, like, that's a great opportunity. And I'm pretty sure some grad students are probably like, wow, that's amazing, right? Because all those connections, stuff that you will build along, and also like the research opportunities. There's other projects that people are working on right now within UCEA headquarters, so there's a lot of range within the projects that are available for UCA graduate assistant. So those are some things that I'm thinking about, looking forward to as I am going through my doctoral journey here, and also just the learning aspect already. Like I said, working on such a large project, the convention that's huge. Granted, if it's virtual or not, it was very insightful, and just working like on the planning of that. So I know there's a lot more that I have to learn, but I have learned so much so far.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't worry,
Yeah,
I'm still learning too.
yeah.
Lauren.
Yeah, I think what I'm, looking forward to and just learning in general is kind of all the juggling that faculty members do when it comes to not just teaching, but in also collaborating and also, being just good kind of public pedagogues and being able to get, scholarship out there and, meet and talk with other stakeholders and at the same time be able to facilitate the learning of grad students and at the same time coordinate these massive events. So I think it's just being able to see up close and personal all the different hats that I think leaders in this field actually have. And it's been really, really, I think, a great model for, for me because I'm going to be on the market soon, being able to see like what my life actually could be like, but then also the demands of that and, kind of how to balance that and do, I think, justice to the work and then also to, the people that we want to serve.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think, you raised that point earlier about the importance of doing work that is meaningful, that you care about, and is impactful. Particularly for the communities that we wanna lift up. And I think I may have said before that, the UCEA headquarters could not go without our graduate students. And you both have been, as I said already, really amazing, incredibly supportive. And I'm really looking forward to the next couple of years when we can continue to work together and, and see where UCA takes us all. So thanks so much for taking time out of your day. And I hope you too continue to enjoy convention as well. And I hope the rest of you, go forth and enjoy the rest of your day too. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.